All right. I really don't know where I will go in this video, but it's going to be all over the place because my mind is all over the place. And what I view as my life is all over the place. So that means I have scattered thoughts, and I'm somehow giving a shot to bring these thoughts together, which is kind of pointless anyway. That's basically how I wanted to start the video off. Here's what here's what I don't want to do in my life, and I think a lot of us should not do this. I think we need to stop seeing stuff as positive or negative or right and wrong, or is it a good message or a bad message. And you have moralities, and what you would want someone to do to you, do unto others as you do to yourself. You have morality, and those things. But the more that I just go through life and I just realize more and more, I keep getting back to this thought in my head that one day I'm gonna die. And this isn't a depressing message. This is just the truth that not a lot of people want to accept or hear. you know and excuse me, I hate when my throat gets it just feels like there's something in my throat. uh that's all from all of this, all the anxiousness of life and just thinking about everything. And it's just stupid in my opinion, but I do it anyway. But we all want to put a label to everything all the time. And we're so quick to label stuff. And this is what I've been saying for so long, and I still don't understand. Why can I just not be what I really want to be? Like, why is there always something holding me back? Or why is there something that I can't get enough of? And then, like I said, I went off track here, but I keep coming to this thought of I'm going to live, and I'm going to live, however long I'm going to live for, and I'm going to be gone, and whatever I had will be left behind for somebody else, or I will be remembered for a little bit by some people, or I'll leave some type of legacy, which I do want to leave. I want to leave that, and that will go on for some time. But then after that, sometime that will be forgotten. Just like people hundreds of years ago. Who's really thinking about people from hundreds of years ago? There's like historians and people like me. I'm always looking into the past. I'm always doing research on different tribes and different peoples and how they lived and their hygiene and what they ate and all kinds of things. And I'm really interested in that kind of stuff, like pictures in time. And once upon a time this was, this happened on this day. And I was watching videos yesterday with the Kennedy assassination, just looking at the pictures of Lee Harvey Oswald, and I don't he might have done that, but I don't think that he did. I personally don't think the man did it. I think he was set up. I think it was a setup. I think there was a bunch of players involved and it was a setup. But you just see these things, and it didn't happen so long ago like we think that it's so long ago, because the pictures are in black and white, and it looks like it was, oh man, that was so long ago. Well, no, it really wasn't. It really wasn't that long ago. Back then my dad was a teenager, my mom was like a teenager, and now they're a little more grown up. That wasn't that long ago. That wasn't that long ago. We think a couple decades is a long time. No, when you're talking about a long time, you're talking about thousands of years ago. That's a long time ago. That's a long time. Even 100 some years ago is really not that long. We I sit here and I just said about not labeling things, but it's kind of weird when you call something big, it seems small. Then when you call something small, it can seem big. Like you say, oh, where did the time go? It went so fast. But then we look back and go, oh, that just seemed like yesterday I was doing that. It just seems like yesterday I was in shape, dunking on 10 foot, healthy, and all that. That's how I think. Like, it just seems like the other day when I woke up and I had energy, I wanted to do something all the time. Now it's a little different. Um, Even though I'm 34, I should still have that energy. But unfortunately, I don't, because I made decisions to do things to my own body, which I regret. But, I don't sit here and think about it constantly, but I do regret some of the things. But, anyway, when I talk about these things, these are things that I constantly have to talk about. And I know not a lot of people will talk about it because not a lot of people are thinking about it. But let me tell you, it's going to come into your mind one day. One day you're going to be thinking about this, and I think it's better that I'm thinking about these things now, and I'm obsessing about them now, and I'm diving into them now, because I don't want to do this later in life. If I get, later in life. But I just came to the conclusion that even though I don't have much going right now in the sense of being known by a lot of people and being famous, or, that word, I don't even want to use that word because I don't want to be looked at as famous. I'm just another person. I'm another man. I'm another woman walking down the street. I'm another guy going to work. I'm just another man. But I want to leave some kind of, I want to be remembered for something. If not, I'm just going to die. And I don't say this to be offensive, but I don't want to be another name in the obituary and newspaper, even though I am another man. I'm just another man, just like another woman. I don't want to die and be in an obituary and just, oh, I lived to be 80 and died in York Hospital, or wherever hospital, at 80 years old, and these are the people that are still living that I know and all that, I want to have it written down that I did something for this planet or mankind or somebody or some people, because that's all I can think about now. I can't think about the times of me and like enjoying. I still am going to enjoy myself. I still want to enjoy myself, but the days of me indulging in just me, when you're younger, you're different. Those days are over. I have a different mindset than what I had, you know, 17 years ago or even 10 years ago. I have a different mindset on things. And if I would have been doing the things that I'm going for now, before I got into drugs and before I did a lot of other things, there ain't no telling what I'd be doing right now. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, And you're going to hear a lot of stuff in my older videos, if you ever do watch them, that you're not going to agree with everything. You're not going to like everything I say. Everybody is different. But realize this. My message may be to make you feel down and out a little bit, but it's to make you learn something and to see what may be going on in your life. It's not to keep you in a bad spot or to keep you down or to get you depressed or to get you feeling all discouraged. No, it might make you feel like that at first. It might make you feel like that for a second or a minute or an hour, but ain't that how it always happens in life? When bad things happen or a difficult situation arises, you go through that situation and you get through it even though you don't want to, and then you feel better afterwards most of the time. Going through the drought, and then you get the water, it's like, oh my gosh, I finally got the water. And that's how life constantly is. Some people, it's a little different. They don't go through the same obstacles to get to the pleasurable, enjoyable, enlightening, whatever word you want to use, things. But me, it's this constant roller coaster, but I'm always seeing the end result, which is death. I'm at this point now where I just can't help but to think about it, because it's like it will come, and it's like I just want to prepare myself. I don't want to get older and then be scared every day about my death and, oh, I'm going to die soon and all this and that. I'd rather think about it now and get it out of my head now, or work on it now. Not work on it, but talk about it and get it out and express it, because I do think about it. I do think about it a lot. A lot. And it's like, where are we going? The world's so in a rush, and there's so many people that are really, really trying to do things and to be things and to impress people, but why are we doing a lot of the things that we're doing? There's no ultimate end result that is going to please you. You're gonna keep wanting to chase these things and think that there's going to be a different result when there's not. This is something that I had to pound home in my own head, that I thought that if I did this way, it would happen this way. Oh, if I did it a little different, then it would be a little different and end up the way that I wanted it to be. And it seemed like things just got worse when I tried to make things better. And I tried so hard to organize things and to do things for other people and all that. It just made my life worse. So it's kind of like, that's why I mean, just do what you do at any given day. 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time. There's no point in me sitting here thinking that there's something going on somewhere else when there can be something going on right here, right now with what I have. And there's so many people, their minds are somewhere else. Their minds are in the street. Their minds are, in another state. Their minds are in another, they're at a friend's house. Their minds are thinking about doing something wrong today. Their minds are thinking about going and getting that next fix. Their minds are always focused on something else but right now and right here. And even mine is. That's why I'm telling you about it. Right here, I got my pen and paper right there. I can write. I got my music right there, ready to go. My computer. I got my cup of coffee right here. I got my sneakers over there. I could go take a walk. I got my broom over there. I could sweep my room. I got cleaning things. I can clean my room. I got my toothbrush. Everything over there. I can go brush my teeth. There's so many things that I can do that's right here, right now, even though, that's not probably a good example, but I don't know. And then this seems like a down and out message when I say this, but then I realize that it's all pointless and I'm going to have to do it all over again. But it's really not. It's just the truth, because life is insane. It's a repetition. It's doing things over and over again, and it's like I don't want to be in that insanity. I don't want to feel insane. I don't want to live life and feel like life is insane, because life didn't feel like that long ago. It didn't feel like that. It felt like something different every day. And I don't know why, but it did. It just felt different, Like I said, like you knew that someone's album was coming out and you were waiting for that. Then you walked to the mall and you got the money together to get it. And you walked and listened to it. And then you went and played some basketball. You worked out a little bit. You chilled with some friends and went to a picnic, went swimming, drove bikes, went to the river and threw rocks and did whatever. You did things. You went to girls' house and hung out and had a decent time and listened to music and just play around. And I don't know, it's just like now it's kind of like I'm just looking for new things to do to get out of that insanity of life, the repetition of life, basically. But I don't want to have to try to feel like I'm trying to live life. I just want to live it. And it seems like I'm so caught up in this like obsession of just not living and just being what I really am. Even though I am being me and all that, it's there's something that has changed in my mind that makes me think these things that I don't really want to think. You know, and I said before, I struggle with obsessive thoughts and I think about stuff too much. I overthink things. And yet again, like it's just another day, but there are things that can be done, you know? But then it's like I drop my head and say, well, one day this will all be over. You know, but in the meantime, you know, can I find a hot chick to, you know, do stuff with? You know, can I find something to do? You know, I want things to feel brand new and to have a spark and to feel natural and great and enjoyable. You know, that's what I still seek, but I haven't been finding too much today. And that's where I look for it in music and writing and other things that I do, you know, because I don't find it out here in the world too much anymore at all. So, what can I do? But one day at a time. I guess that's all I can do. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Like my video, subscribe if you can. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Later on.